Okay, I'm part two of my, and I don't have I forget the title already, the cheapest, easiest JL Wrangler ham radio install. I had to, the video I did the first part, which I thought was a good place to put it, wasn't great just for the fact that you can't stick things to it enough. So that it would stay. The mic would fall and the ham radio would fall eventually. So I actually bought some Gorilla Tape, and then I thought, this stuff's permanent. I'm going to end up marking the Jeep. So I didn't end up using it. So I had to think about it some more, and I came up with another solution. But when I did that, it still didn't work the way I wanted. And I'm going to tell you why when I flip this around, but when I flip the video around and then show you. But I had to make a couple modifications. The price did go up in order for me to do it. It went up about $25. So I'm going to show you that. And I'm very happy with it. This is the way it's going to go for the rest of the summer. And maybe longer. I don't know. I mean, if it works fine. I don't know. Why not? I don't know. We'll see. So until I put my ID 5100 in. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over and see what happens here. Hold on. Okay. So there's my Jeep again. It's actually been washed. I found out why it was giving me so much trouble before. I had a bunch of bird droppings in the hood, and turns out I was parked underneath a wire in my house. So I had to fix that. So let's talk about the first thing. There's still a little mark there. Get that off. Okay. So what you see here is the console. You see my radio. I actually took the radio and I mounted it to the front of the center console storage area. And you could see that I have my cable there, but what I had there originally, I had my original antenna, and I wasn't able to hear anything effectively. So I had a retractable antenna, like a 16-inch, and that came up a little bit. It actually cleared the very top of the dash, and I was able to hear things a little better. You see where I mounted the mic, okay? So that actually worked okay. But I noticed a problem when I had it there and when I had it here with the regular antenna. Okay, somebody just texted me, sorry. All right, so I lost my place. So when I would start the vehicle and then run it, after a couple minutes, you'd get interference on 2 or 3 different, like from 1.465 through at least 1.47. And it would just be static, constant static. And I didn't try turning up the squelch, but my squelch is midway, so I would hope I wouldn't. It was a problem. So I thought, well, let me take it away from the console. So when I put it there, I got the same thing with the antenna. So I thought, how am I going to fix this? Now, if you look at my setup here, I like this setup. It's pretty much out of the way. I know it takes up a little space, a little bit with the second cup. My wife had her cup in there the other day, and it seemed to fit. I actually put a can there, and she had a bigger one there. Whatever. You can still fit stuff in there. I like where the mic is now. I got a regular standard mic holder, and then I have the radio holder that I had up on the dash. Same one. I just stuck it to there. I used just double-sided tape on both. What I did here is I cleaned the spot with alcohol first. Then I stuck it, and I'm getting better luck with that. I used double-sided tape. I didn't use the Commando one this time. I used double-sided. It seems to be sticking better. And plus the fact that the weight is sitting right down, it's probably not really wearing on it too much. I think it wiggles a little bit. I'm going to get some better tape for it, but I think that'll last me fine. It doesn't fall off in the heat, so that's good. So I like the way it sits. What I like about it mostly is it's out of the way. It sits where the emergency brake is. If I key it, the repeater should talk to you.
Listening to the W1 SRA repeater, high atop Saddleback Mountain.
So,
please use a 100
I'm getting reception. People can hear me, so it works okay. But notice I did another little modification, though. See the antenna? What I did is I had a mag mount antenna for the car I was using before I got my Jeep, and I would plug it into the Bofang and use that before I even got the mic. And it worked okay. It was a little temporary setup. So what I did is I thought, well, let me see if I can hook my antenna up and see if I get better reception. This does work. I get 0 interference this way. 0. So if you walk around the Jeep, and I have my soft top up, but I took the windows off so I could show you. there's my antenna. Now, I know this is not any kind of professional mount whatsoever, but you can see I have it on the side of the Jeep. I actually put it in about a 1/4 inch, okay, and I run the wire that way around the seatbelt holder there. It's a diamond antenna. I forget what model it is. It's a dual band antenna, and it sits right. This does not move. I had this down the highway doing 75 and didn't move. No issues. Okay, the antenna will move, but the base doesn't move. So I just took the wire and I ran it down the back seat. Okay, right down here underneath my floor mats. I love the new Jeep floor mats. They're really great. So you can't see it, and it's wound underneath the passenger seat. And it does come up here. I might clean this up a little. I might think about that a little bit and maybe modify it so maybe it comes down through here. Maybe I'll pin it down here. I don't know yet. But that will probably move. I'll probably move that so it's like that. Doesn't matter. My wife gets in and doesn't bother her. No big deal. So it seems to hold up pretty good. And I'm not going to show you with the top down. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll attach the top down. But when you drop the top, it does not do anything with the antenna. The top sits right here, and the antenna sits right up here. It does not interfere with it whatsoever. I'm able to hit the repeater, no problem. I was actually 40 miles away, and I still hit that one repeater. So I think it works. I know this jacks up the price a little bit, but the JL, for whatever reason, has interference near the front of the console, the dashboard, in the very heart of the 2-meter band. So if you're wanting to do this, unfortunately, you got to spend a little more money, a few bucks. But what's nice about this, if you get one of these antennas, you could probably, if you end up changing later and getting a more permanent setup, like I'm going to put one on near the back tire here, you could just keep it in storage and maybe use it some other time or whatever. Maybe sell it to somebody, or maybe give it to a new ham who's just starting out and wants to put it on their car. You can always do something with it. But I was very happy that I had this. I'll probably keep this on all summer. And again, what's really cool about this setup, like I was going for in the beginning, is I'm able to have a ham radio in my Jeep without drilling any holes, anything. Basically, all I did was put some sticky tape down. And even the antenna, it's a magnet mount. You don't even really notice it. When the top's down, you notice it even less. I'll attach that to the end of this video. So I'll stop talking and we'll talk when I drop the top. Okay, I just want to do a quick addition to the video. I said I'd drop the top down. And there's the antenna. Not in the way at all. In fact, when it went up and down, you could see it doesn't interfere. And when this unfolds, it does it in back of the antenna. So even with the top down and tied down, it does not get in the way. And because it's in far enough, it shouldn't be a problem at all. I haven't had the windows on, the soft windows on yet, but I know they go here. They're not going to interfere. I think on the hard top, though, I would have to adjust because the hard top sits on this lip. So I'd probably have to put a plate across with a metal bolt or something, something just for the magnet to grab onto. But I don't really see a big issue. So right now with the soft top anyway, it's no problem at all. Thanks for watching.